this is the 2015 Being Human Festival, which is a celebration of humanities research in universities across the UK. Our contribution is called Graveyard Voices, and it's a culmination of a well-developed project with Cardiff City Council Bereavement Services. And what we're doing is we're in Cathays Cemetery, the third largest in the UK, and we're bringing some of the stories to life. We've got actors and musicians who will accompany a tour around the graveyard and will tell monologues and dramatic scenes to recreate and explain and give context to some of the amazing stories that lie buried in this cemetery.
The feedback that we've had from those who have attended these events has been overwhelmingly positive. They've absolutely loved it, and they've really enjoyed hearing the different voices, seeing the actors in costume, and really taking on the characters. And it's that engagement, that connection with local history and with this site that seems to really hit home with people.
Well, I don't think people realise quite who is buried here. You've had over 224,000 burials since 1859 when the place opened. It was such a busy place, so there were no streets around here at the time. It literally was in a mile from the city centre in the middle of farmland. The cemetery was purchased from farmers to be established, and the rich and famous then of Cardiff, Cardiff was a boom town then at the time with the docks and the coal exports, etc., one of the busiest docks in the world. So all of those ship owners and coal merchants and managers, etc., all ended up being buried here.
I've written one piece and I've arranged some Irish folk tunes which are also hymns. They got already reappropriated as hymns, but they're also Irish folk tunes. I've arranged a couple of those for a small brass ensemble. The brass ensemble are from Wonder Brass, which is a community band that I started in 1992, still going, and we're playing the music for the project. And the piece that I've written is not a mournful piece. What the project's set in a cemetery, but it's about people being alive, not people resting in the ground. So it's actually the pieces aren't really mournful. They're about people's lives. So I've tried to echo that in the music.
When I was asked to come back to the project, I looked a bit deeper and I found the Senghennydd disaster victims that are here. There are two of them, one 16-year-old boy and one man that was buried in an unmarked grave. So I wrote a piece about that from a daughter's perspective, talking about the day the disaster happened and what it was like to be above ground, knowing your father is trapped below. And from there, then I performed it in the summer and I'm back to perform it now.
I guess they wanted to trigger people's curiosity to sort of find out more about this place, to also get to know the stories of some of the people that are buried here. Although we wrote those pieces with some poetic license, I must admit, particularly mine.
The drama students did their own research, wrote their own scripts, and told the story of people who were buried in the cemetery, or sometimes eyewitness accounts, first or second-hand reports about things that have happened to those people, sometimes how they died, and it really brings the stories to life.
Actually, there was this moment when I was about to start my speech, right? I start kneeling and then I just stand up and turn around. The moment of turning around, I had like a little microsecond of double taking because I wasn't expecting so many people. So I just turned around and was like, oh, hello. There was like at least twice as many people as I was expecting.
Huge wealth of history here. Most people who are from Cardiff have got somebody buried at this cemetery somewhere from their family. So there's a very personal connection for a lot of people. So yeah, we want to bring children in, adults, everybody, and show them what else this site has got to offer. Not just the history, not just the stories. There's the natural history side of things. It's a huge haven for wildlife. We just want to see people coming here and the site being used and as busy as it used to be.